Guys, it's not a fifth wheel, it's a rolling 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. At least that's how I see it. My name's Josh the RV Nerd. Welcome to Bish's RV. This is the 356 QB Wildwood. And you know, I say all the time that every brand or every RV is the best at a different thing. Wildwood has absolutely got these really big bunkhouse models worked out. And I think it's really cool because there's a lot of people who want a big bunkhouse. They have a big family, or they have something like they need a literal mother-in-law suite, or they have an adult child baby with special needs or something like that. And the thing is, a lot of the RV industry just doesn't really cater to that. So many brands just say, no, travel trailers belong, or bunkhouses belong in trailers, and big couples models belong in fifth wheels. And Wildwood goes, why? Why is that a rule? But the thing is, like, I could see this one being more than just a bunkhouse. In the middle of this thing, it's like a European efficiency apartment. You have a front master bedroom and bathroom. You have a rear full bathroom. It's a 2 full bath camper. It's not a bath and a half little guy. Not that any bath and a half is ever little. You get what I'm saying. Never mind. Squirrel. But the middle room, it's like a second living room. It could be a beautiful office. This would make an easy office conversion with your own private kind of space in the back. Very good if you're work camping with your spouse or significant other or whatever. Of course, it could just be a bunkhouse, but it could be, I think, a literal true 2-bedroom because of the way the Wildwood VersaBunk works in this one. It would allow you, if you wanted to, if you're just going to be at a seasonal site, if you wanted to put like a box springs and a real bed down, you could totally do that in this with 0 modifications. Sorry, I'm excited. Quick housekeeping note, though. Salem Hemisphere, Wildwood, Heritage Glen. They're the exact same thing. So if you see a Salem 356, it's the exact same rig. The stickers just say Salem instead of Wildwood. That is it. Now, there's a lot of things I like about this model. This is a layout that I've seen a couple different brands kind of attempt over the years, and I think this is about one of the best executed versions of it that I have seen. And one of the things that I really enjoy is they're not using the disco blue lights above the slide out, brother. You know, it's just a nice bright white light that cascades up, and it fills the space nicely, you know, without seeming, I don't know, too aggressive or in your face. They maximize the windows in this slide. Now, this floor plan, a couple of things that it really suffers from. It has virtually no door side windows. Also, it doesn't have a window in the entry door, which, considering it has no door side windows, really feels like, ugh. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to point it out. Now, you notice how they do go with the nice roller shades, and you'll see that used through the whole RV. And I wanted to put it on one of the big windows so that you could see how far down it does go to block the light out, as well as the fact that you do have slide side breeze windows there. Now, the fact that it goes down really, really far is going to be very nice if you're using that big U-dinette as a sleeper, or if you open up the sleeper sofa over here. Although this thing has so much private sleeping space, man, I can't imagine really needing the living room here for additional sleeping. That's, I don't know, maybe somebody's going to sleep with 12 people. Maybe you've got a family jamboree where one person tows the rig and then like 3 or 4 cars haul the whole family over there. This RV could handle that many people. And this is going to sound weird, but I really prefer a no-slide kitchen. And I tell you why. When the kitchen is in the slide out, it forces them to reduce the total size of all the, you know, the storage space and whatnot. And you don't have that problem here. Quite the opposite. In fact, since this is not shoved into a slide, they could go with like this super tall ceiling or storage that admittedly you're going to need a step stool to reach it. By the way, I hope you like the decor in here, because this is the only decor that it comes in. It's like, what was that? The old Ford Model T, every color you like as long as it's black, or something like that. However that phrase went, it was something similar to that. By the way, I mentioned how Salem and Wildwood are the same thing. Salem calls it a hemisphere. This is called a Heritage Glen. Excellent wastebasket space. Yes, nailed it. Sorry, I get pumped up about silly things, obviously, because those are the daily things you're going to use to see, feel, and touch. What I was getting at, Salem and Wildwood, yes, they're the exact same thing in these fifth wheels. Even the decor is the same. The exterior color is the same. Unlike some of their travel trailers in the Stick and Tin series where the skin changes, these do not in their laminated sectors. I didn't know if I wanted to say segment or sector, so what I said was... Sorry, I might have been dropped on my head as a kid and may be suffering from some drain damage, but neither here nor there. These are all sealed edge press membrane countertops. That is not a split sink, by the way. That is one giant farm sink, and I swear that's bigger than most. Man, that is, I don't know. Maybe it's just been a while since I was in one of these. Maybe it's the colors. It looks larger. I could be off on that. I've been off on a few things before. Excellent full kitchen backsplash. Still no side splash. That's the kind of thing that we have to mostly handle aftermarket. I guess not everybody can be Arctic Fox giving us side splashes. Those things are built though. But man, spendy and heavy, but woo, they're built. Great drawer space. So you got the big drawer below the oven, but notice you have a normal drawer and then 2 extra large drawers over there. Now that is one of those smaller 16-inch ovens. It's not one of the giganto ovens like you might find in a few other brands. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, I should probably wait on this and look at the rest of the living room in a minute, but as long as we're here, I thought I'd just go ahead and continue to open up all the cabinetry. I love the, well, we're going to call it like a shoe warmer, a shoe garage under the Tootsie Toaster. Or one of our viewers recently submitted the suggestion for the name Flanges Fryer. And that is the kind of scientific nerd stuff that I can really appreciate. Now, someone's going to look at the TV and say, oh, dude, why'd they go with that 90-degree neck wrecker entertainment center? And I think because the RV is so big already, that style of entertainment center is just more space effective because it's not like they have room beside the refrigerator to put the TV. You know, there's just only so much space to go around. So this one kind of prioritized the kitchen over the entertainment. That being said, you've got like a full-on middle gamer room office we haven't even seen yet. And if you are going to sleep everybody overnight, that TV pivoting out can make a pretty decent little guest entertainment space for the hide-a-bed for no more than someone's going to probably be watching it before they doze off anyway. So it's nice here. That opens up. It's not as long as a True Queen. It's a little short. Like my long legs would hang off of that. Again, the TV pivoting around, watching some DuckTales at night till they go to sleep. Woo! You know, I have no problem with the new episodes of DuckTales. I've never really watched any of them. I'm sure they're fun. But I remember Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Launchpad McQuack one specific way. And blather and blatherskite if I'm going to sully that with something that's actually more comic book accurate. No, sir. Anyway, you might have noticed it turned all the lights off, and I've got everything in sleeper mode, but I left this accent light on over the slide. That's because it is certified boogeyman free. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got a little who's afraid of sleeping at night, flip on the anti-boogeyman light. That wasn't the worst jingle I've ever come up with. And actually, I think we're done in here. Let's run our way back here into the middle bunk room where, you know, I forgot to turn on the lights like an idiot. At the same time, it makes for one heck of a before and after. Now, they went very minimal with the window treatments here in the, we'll say, middle room, bunk room, office, flex room, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. That way, if somebody is sleeping up there, if they toss and turn the way kids tend to do, they're not going to tear up the window treatments. Now, storage in a room like this where both walls are slides is tricky, especially considering underneath that bed where this entertainment center is right here, that is, you know, a camp kitchen. They couldn't exactly put storage in there. But one of the cool things here is I called it entertainment center. I almost think this makes a better living room than the living room. I'm just going to kind of call that the kitchen and dining because if you throw a TV there, where I was just sitting is on the Versa Lounge. So you actually can have a sofa directly across from an entertainment center in this floor plan. And you know something? I'm looking over here. This is a cool little camping hack if you ever need another place to hang a jacket. These little guys right here, they look like dung beetle faces. You know what I mean? You can put a couple of those right on the face of the slides like this, and it makes a perfect little coat hanger spot. Now, obviously, you don't want to be, you know, pretending it's like a jungle gym or anything like that, but neither here nor there. Now, in case you're curious, over here, that is one of those flip-up bunks. I probably should have flipped that up because this is down in sofa mode currently. But this is the Wildwood, or Salem as it were, Versa Lounge. So while it's a big old, actually super plush sofa right now, it opens up into a queen bed. And that measures 60 by 74. So that is a camp queen. But notice its orientation. It's 74 inches left to right as we are staring at it. So remember how I said you could turn this into something like a second bedroom. That is so wide that if you wanted to put a bed down there, like a normal bed or something, you totally could. And I also mentioned how this could have some office function. We're going to see that in just a minute. But first, one of the things that I think is most unique about this floor plan is the fact that it has not just a half bath, but a full second bathroom, shower, toilet, everything back here. And I know my videos run long, but like I feel like I'm moving fast and I feel like I've skipped over things. So, I mean, there's a lot to cover on a big rig like this. If you have some questions, drop me comments. I'm happy to try to fill in. And when I heard second bathroom, I'm like, oh, it's going to be tight back there. Look at the space. A big dude like me had plenty of room in here. If you're a little bit wider in the hips and or shoulders or whatever, you're going to have good space. And you actually have dedicated linen storage in here. And I know that it sounds like I shouldn't be amazed by things like this, but it's incredible how many RV bathrooms really don't tend to nail those qualities. Good space around that thing. Now flip it around the other direction here. This RV's interesting. It's a full 2-bathroom, right? This one's a tub. The other one's a shower. Now you can obviously shower in both. And you know what? For a moment, I really wanted to knock them for not including a skylight back here. But look at the clearance. Why does it need a skylight? I mean, you've got good lighting in here when you flick the switch, when you need it. I don't know that it needs a skylight. What is also kind of cool is in both this bathroom as well as the master bathroom, you have a different type of max air vent fan, very similar, well, pretty much the same thing Jayco Eagle uses, so that you can keep the airflow going even if it's a rainy day. Super, super handy thing. Or it can actually help air out the RV while you're towing it. Now from the rear bathroom moving forward, I realized there's a chunk of storage over there I said I'd get to, and I almost forgot to come back to it. The top is just open space. I almost kind of wish there was shelves in it, but you can see how there is a hanging rod in the lower section right there, so that does turn into, you know, closet space. Almost forgot the word there. You may have also noticed they don't use floor heating vents in these, though they are still maintaining a little bit of slide carpet. The nice thing there, though, is at least you're not worried about, you know, paper clips and Skittles going down the vents. Remember the Versa Queen here, it's completely free floating, and I wanted to actually pull it out and leave it in that room to help illustrate that point, as well as, once again, the fact, if what you're looking for here is an easy office conversion, you have a wide open blank slate where you could open your own RV yoga studio in this thing. I could totally see somebody like hanging a monitor or something like that from that overhead shelf. It wouldn't be hard to take the overhead shelf out and then put it back when you're done with the RV, but you could easily just move a desk and stuff in here, especially considering you've got power nearby, so it wouldn't be hard to run your little protective power strip and surge protector in there. Or dog kennels, little craft sewing station, a desk in there. It could be so many things, including like a mobile video game streaming den. Maybe that'll be the next thing. JoshGames.com. Although there's probably already a JoshGames.com. I don't know. Somebody look it up. Tell me. So now from the office, gamer station, whatever, moving forward, just to help you kind of connect the dots here. Moving our way up to the bathroom, but on the way, you know, there's steps. I like these kind of open air sort of steps. Now, I like them because, you know, that's a shoe garage, even though we've got a shoe garage right here. I like them in theory, though. I've never personally used them beyond just making a video. Is there anyone who's an actual owner that has anything not nice to say about those, or do you really like them? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm going forward, back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back. We got a little timeout seat over here where you could sit down to put on your boots, but notice that's where the converter is located. I really like that they didn't bury the converter on this one, like in the bunk room or behind a slide. I see that done from some manufacturers sometimes. I'm really glad that that's not done here, because God forbid you blow a fuse or something like that. You know, I know that growing up camping more than once, I watched old dad blow a fuse. You know, the other toilet had good space. This one, exact same thing. Really nice space around there. And as we crawl our way up here, Heritage Glen Hemisphere, they do this cool thing with just these little wire hanging baskets. I like it. I like that they're not bulky, but they're very effective, and I feel like I could leave stuff in there without it falling on the floor, you know? Now, the downstairs shower had tons of headroom. This isn't quite the same, but I'm a grown man at 6'3", and I can still fit in that thing very nicely. And they go with a big shower here. You'll see that it does have a corner seat. That's where Uncle Gary can sit down to do what? Shave his shins, but only his shins, remind you there. Now, a couple of the Wildwood Heritage Glens that I've been in, the toilet paper holder has been way too far away from the toilet. This is actually, it's easy to miss it, it's actually a slightly smaller bathroom overall, but that doesn't really bother me because, you know, now you can actually reach the toilet paper without needing to dismount and remount the thing. Because what's better than sitting here in all your glory and realizing, well, first of all, just to really prove the point, yes, I can easily reach the toilet paper because I can grab the little spring-loaded tube there. By the way, let's settle this debate for once and for all. Does the toilet paper roll over the top down like a beard, or does it roll over the top back like a mullet? Hashtag beard, hashtag mullet. We're gonna, whatever the count is off this video, I'm just gonna send it out to the world. That's gonna be the final word on this topic. I'm pretty sure we have the authority to do that. I don't know. Sorry. What I was getting at, you can't reach the toilet paper or you're out of toilet paper. Like, it's nice that you could have some extra rolls behind you here, something like that. Nothing better than having to open the door and be like, kids, I need the pee-pee. Now, kind of like I sort of gave you the view from the sofas, I like to give you the view straight from the bed too at night. So if you lay down, this is what you're looking at. With a pillow, you'd be kind of looking straight at where you could put a TV, or what is pretty much one of your only significant door side windows here. At least it's in the bedroom. If you're taking a little bit of a break during the day and you hear something crash outside, or at night, you could kind of figure out what was that, what is going on. Now, we have a little handy place there to sit down, put some pants on. I kind of wish that was like a flip-top laundry hamper. It's, interestingly, it's not. Now, the bedroom storage in here, it looks pretty plain, but where this thing benefits is it has a huge, just like really well done front closet with dresser kind of shelves inside the nose cap. And in case you're wondering, those washer dryer hookups, they will work for either a combo or a stackable if you are so inclined. Also notice easy lift storage under the bed here. Hydraulic slides are nice because they move fast, but you lose almost all of your bed storage. Now, speaking of your bed, this is interesting. It's what I call the queen-sized bed. Not a queen, not a king. It's technically an Olympic queen. It's 66 inches wide and 80 inches long, so it is a full length. I think the idea here is they went with something that's just wide enough that you could avoid driving each other crazy while still leaving decent walk around the bed space. You know, but they wanted to give you something big. Now, an Olympic queen is not exactly an everyday common bed. I hadn't heard of it before this, but I did some looking, and it turns out it is a somewhat standardized size of bed where it is not impossible to find things like sheets or potential replacement mattresses for it. So, little handy doodad there. Now, road mode on this one, such a weird floor plan. It gets a little wacky. Now, for quick potty stops, this one's got it covered. Because what's interesting, with this having a full rear bathroom, you have a direct entry travel potty stop door. But at the same time, what if it's sandwich time? Well, that's actually something this thing excels in very, very nicely, I think. If you slide in here, because it's only a one-slide living room, because it does not have a kitchen slide plus an island, because not everything needs an island, it means that you can absolutely get in here and totally access pretty darn much everything in the kitchen. Now, using that main entry door as a reference point there, it becomes pretty obvious that there's absolutely nothing obstructing you from getting up there to the bedroom and the bathroom either. And since this is so unconventional, it only felt right to actually start here in the back. How you doing, young lady? She's camera shy, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to report her to the FBI for questioning in just a moment here. Hey, you know what? Life will go on. Young lady deserves to go get lunch and come back, obviously. I don't care if she walks through here. Anyway, so this is very uncommon. We have a rear door straight into a full second bathroom. Now, we've already really seen the bathroom in greater detail from the inside, but just to kind of complete the look to the inside and out, and again, the extra height in that rear shower, I'm not so sure that wouldn't be my shower. You know, my wife and kid, I'll let them take the master bath upstairs. Let me have, oh, I just realized, you know what? There's gamer culture out there, and sometimes when you hear stuff like that, you roll your eyes, but the fact is, people like me, the Nintendo generation, we grew up with Super Mario, and our kids grew up, playing games. There's a lot of people I've talked to who are maybe looking for a little gamer den, a computer den, or again, an office area. But having your own bathroom on the back for some late night gaming, I don't know about you, but that sounds good to me. What is also, I think, really, they did this really well. I frankly expected them to not catch this detail, and I'm going to give them credit for this. They have a second full black tank flush. And I can't tell you the number of RVs with 2 bathrooms that have only 1 black tank flush for the master bathroom. It's just dumb. It's just not thinking it all the way through, and obviously they have thought it all the way through. Now, we're going to get up onto the roof of this one in just a minute here, because this actually is something I've only talked about in my previous videos, their solar package. But again, more detail when we get up there. Now, the outdoor camp kitchen here, one of the things I love about this, because it's not covered by the full patio awning, which is nicely sized, it still has plenty of headroom under it. And I like their camp kitchen. First of all, look at how low the sink is mounted. Notice how they didn't mount the sink in that upper cabinet or countertop section where, you know, the only thing you can wash with it is like your forehead. You can't really get into it otherwise. Well, this is down lower where you and the kids can reach it, and it is a real sink with a real drain. Extremely well done. These are, now I just mentioned solar package. I think these, Salem Wildwoods here, these are really built, I believe, with the intention still of more park use. I think if you're going to go off grid with these, you're going to have to custom some solar stuff. So that's why the outside fridge being 110 doesn't surprise me. I do think that it's something manufacturers should look at. Now I want to address something. If you look at this, and I had to really check it out in person, this looks like this thing is corroding. It's not. These griddles, that top part right there, comes with this plastic adhered to it with this kind of, glue-ish sort of stuff. And unfortunately, it's like this brown goop that our team has to try to clean off of those things. And I really, really wish manufacturers would stop doing that. Kind of like I really, really wish manufacturers would stop giving us entry doors with no window, as we're seeing right there. But you know what this thing does really well? And I'm so sorry, I can't remember the viewer's name, but we have a viewer that very regularly will comment when an entry door is directly next to an awning arm. Because on a rainy day, if it's raining, you're getting spritzed in the face the whole time. And I know that a spritzer sounds delicious, but not when it's getting thrown in your face. So the door in the middle of the awning like that is very nice for just staying dry. Now you might notice up front, you've got your 2 jack legs. We've got 4 more back here. This is a 6-point automatic leveling system. And just above the tires there, of course, we've got our outside TV hookups. The extra large door handle here, though, is something that I really appreciate because if you've got little kids, which in a model like this you might, that bigger door handle gives them something better to hold on to. I know that when my daughter was a toddler bouncing around, oh my gosh, it's part of the reason I have so much gray in my beard. She had amazing balance. She would almost fall constantly and never did, but she would always almost fall only when she was at an elevated position, just to really scare her old man, I swear. And pretty soon here, as she enters her teens, I'm pretty sure I'm about to start getting the rest of my gray hair, and I do believe a few of our viewers could verify that for me. Now up front here, I got a feeling we're gonna have a love-hate with this. I like that it has the setup here for the dual batteries. I don't dislike that the spare tire is protected in here away from the weather. I think some people, though, and probably more the boondock off-grid enthusiasts, are going to dislike how that has potentially eaten up some generator space. One of the cool things about, like, say, our Coldwater, Michigan store that I call home right here with Bish's is we're just down the street effectively from Awning. So we could send this over there. There's enough room. I do believe we could have a generator upfit applied to this. Some of our other stores, it might be a little trickier, but the techs at those locations are probably well-versed in doing that. So we would just have to relocate your spare tire. The good news is over here in this pass-through, you have plenty of room to do that. You'll also see the fully enclosed docking center. Again, I'm gonna give them a pass-fail on this. It's a 50-50. They did a good job making sure with that little holdback that this door can't overlap with the water heater and cause the door to melt. And actually, last year, in our own service base, and this is egg on our face, and we made it right by the customer, we accidentally, during the customer's instructional orientation period, left a baggage door open over a water heater because that manufacturer didn't prevent us from doing something stupid. It's not their fault, it's our fault. But the fact that you can't do it here is awful nice. But where I'm gonna knock them is they didn't do the same thing over here. So if you're not careful, these clips, see that clip right there? That little twist handle could punch a little divot right in the side of that door. If you're not paying attention, if somebody wings it open too hard, or if the wind karate chops it, hi-ya, in the face, basically. Down here, not a drop frame, but a good size pass-through. And I really like the auto leveling controls, the battery disconnect, all that stuff is up here really, really high. It's away from shifting cargo. I think the only thing I'd do in here, if it were me, is I just add a couple little like D-rings or something like that. Now I want to get you down here to the enclosed and heated belly, and we're also going to get a chance to look at a couple things. One of the things here is you've got a full bathroom and a kitchen up front. So this right here, that is the drain for our master bathroom and our kitchen. So that handles 2 gray tanks and 1 black tank. And in case you're curious, no, that's not a wasp nest. That is expanding foam so that where that pipe comes out of the enclosed and heated accessibility, you don't have a perfect opportunity to create an organic mouse house. And as long as we're down here, I do want to point out the fact this does have tank heater pads for all of your holding tanks, of which this RV has plenty, so that's a nice thing. But because we have a second full bathroom all the way back here, all the way behind the axles, it does have to have 2 separate outlet points. It's not necessarily my favorite feature. I know it's probably not your favorite feature, but folks have asked me to do a better job of pointing stuff like that out, and I want to do the best job I can. So if you appreciate that kind of stuff, make sure you leave me a comment, let me know that the time's being spent effectively, and if I've missed something, let me know, and I will try the best I can to work other things into our presentations as well. Beautiful blue sky day. And I tell you what, after going through a 1.5 to 2 years of having very little inventory on hand, I'll never take that for granted again. I will always appreciate having all the things on hand that we do here. So the roof is fully walkable. I mean, you know, nothing too earth-shattering there. I do like that their air conditioners use white shrouds to help keep them a little more comfortable. You may remember how this has a little bit different type of max air fan though. And it has the same thing over the rear full bathroom as well. So if it is raining, and whether you've taken a hot shower and you need to let the steam out, or if, I don't know, you had a spicy meal and you need to let the steam out, either way it's gonna work. That is our solar package here. Now, I wanna make clear, this is not the be-all, end-all of solar. It's a simple battery tending package that is a 100-watt panel right there. You could expand on that if you wanted to from the factory, but also remember, with the huge real estate we have up here on the roof, if you wanted to custom craft your own solar package, you could do that. Actually, one of our customers with a Montana fifth wheel custom built an entire like 5,000 plus watt system on top of his RV. With these big roofs, you know, by default, this RV is maybe not the most boondock friendly, but could it be done? Yeah, it could be done, really. The only limiting factor is a little bit of time and, you know, unfortunately, not to sound shifty about this, but how much are you willing to spend on it? Those are really going to be the limiting factors. Heck, you could build pyramids by hand with enough time and labor. Think about it. So let me know what you think of this. How would you use it? And again, at less than 11,900 pounds dry weight, considering the size of this thing, it's surprisingly manageable and towable. Although the Ford freaking Ranger and a half ton need not apply. We're definitely a solid 3/4 ton and up right here. But I think it would be, whether you're gonna just park it, whether you're gonna snowbird it, and like only move it once or twice a year like a seasonal, or if you really do plan on going on the road. I can see this one rig working a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. I could see it working for couples looking for an office. I can see it working for families. I've already talked about all this. I'm just talking in circles now. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to check to see where we have one of these in stock and how much we're asking, check that link in the video description, where again you'll see Salem's or Wildwood's, the exact same unit. And as always, best wishes from Bishes, everybody. Remember, we don't do hidden dealer fees, we just do everything else. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to catch us on the next one. You take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.